What is up, guys? It is C&B Sports Talk here, back with a new video, and there's some breaking news. DeSean Jackson just got released from the Eagles. Now, before I go into my opinion about this, I'm going to ask you guys two questions. One, what are some pros and cons for the Eagles based off of DeSean Jackson being released, or what are some good and bad things about this? And the other thing is, what are 3 teams that you think might need him, or 3 teams like might be the best fit for DeSean Jackson? Alright, so as you guys already know, DeSean Jackson got released from the Eagles. Now, let's go into some pros for the Eagles for DeSean Jackson being released. Now, one of the pros, it's kind of like a funny one, is the Eagles are going to get less taunting flags because DeSean Jackson likes to taunt a lot. I like DeSean Jackson for that. It's really funny when he does that. I don't know, I like it when he does that. Another thing is we probably won't have as much wide receiver injuries because DeSean Jackson gets injured a lot, or sometimes. So since he's not on the team, if we get different wide receivers, put them in, hopefully they won't get injured as much as DeSean Jackson. Another thing is there will be more cap space for maybe more or better wide receivers. Since DeSean Jackson won't be on the team anymore, we're not paying him anymore, so now we can pay someone else, or like 2 other people with that money that we would have paid DeSean Jackson with. And we might put it towards wide receivers. We might put it towards, I don't know, once Jalen Hurts' rookie contract is over, we might pay him some more if he ends up being our franchise quarterback. Now, some cons for the Eagles are we're going to lose a veteran wide receiver, which isn't always the best. I mean, when DeSean Jackson isn't injured, he plays pretty well, but he tends to get injured a lot, and then that's not really that good for the Eagles, because then, like, I don't know, you're down on wide receivers, so then your quarterback doesn't have as much, like, wide receivers to choose from. Another thing is, so the Eagles have the 6th pick in this draft, and they're probably going to spend it on a wide receiver. But, like, what if that pick doesn't end up working out? What if the pick that we pick doesn't, like, do well in the NFL? Which that happens sometimes. Like, you're an amazing college player, you go into the NFL, and you don't have a good NFL career. That is what I'm kind of worried about for the Eagles. Alright, so we just went into the pros and cons of DeSean Jackson being released from the Eagles, and now we're going to look over 3 teams that might need him, or 3 teams that might be the best fit for DeSean Jackson. The first team is the Jaguars. Why I think this is, so the Jaguars have the 1st pick, so they're probably going to pick Trevor Lawrence. So they are going to have a star quarterback now, but they also need some better wide receivers for Trevor Lawrence to throw to, because if he doesn't have any good wide receivers, I mean, he's not going to do that good. He has DJ Chark right now. He's pretty good. But, I mean, they need more than that. So then if they get DeSean Jackson, that will be good for them, in my opinion. So then they'll have DJ Chark and DeSean Jackson. And maybe they can pick another wide receiver if they need to, or they can pick whatever, like, pieces they need for their team to try to help their number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, succeed on their team. Now, the next team is the Patriots. Now, the Patriots, they lost Tom Brady, but they have Cam Newton now. Cam Newton didn't have the best season, but in his defense, he doesn't have the best wide receivers. I mean, the only known wide receiver on this team, or at least that I know, is Julian Edelman, and he's getting kind of old. So I feel like they need some better wide receivers. I know DeSean Jackson isn't, like, he's not in, like, his 3rd year or whatever. I mean, he's played in the NFL for a while, but still, you need another wide receiver. DeSean Jackson isn't a bad person for you to pick up. I mean, Cam Newton needs some other weapons other than Julian Edelman and then their running backs. Now, the last and final team is the Colts. Now, Carson Wentz just got traded to the Colts. I just made a video on that yesterday. So that'd be pretty cool if DeSean Jackson and Carson Wentz are on the same team again. That'd be kind of funny. And then that'll also give Carson Wentz some more weapons. So Michael Pittman Jr., T.Y. Hilton, and DeSean Jackson. And Carson Wentz already knows DeSean Jackson because they were on the same team with them before. Alright, that's going to sum up this video. We talked about some pros and cons about DeSean Jackson being released from the Eagles. Some pros were less taunting flags, not as much wide receiver injuries, and more cap space for maybe more or better wide receivers. Some cons were the Eagles are going to lose a veteran wide receiver, and if our pick for this draft doesn't work out, then what are we going to do? And then we also talked about 3 teams that might be a good fit or that might need DeSean and Jackson. Those 3 teams were the Jaguars, Patriots, and Colts. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.